Hey guys, this is Inverse, and I will be casting today another game of mine, another replay of mine. Actually, I know I said I'd be casting some different maps last time, but I played this game last night and it was pretty awesome, so I decided I had to shoutcast it, so that is what I will be doing right now. It will be another first-person video style game, so I'll be commenting on my play. And my opponent is the Wehrmacht player. If you're watching in HD, which you really should, you should be able to read his name. So because of that, I will just be calling him the Wehrmacht player. That should do us all a little bit of good. Typical capping order for me, he sent his Burger Panzerpios over here, which is pretty standard. He also built his Wehrmacht quarters in a standard position and is sending his first pioneers down here, which is also very, very standard. So nothing special going on. I'll take this time to mention that they're building something outside my window. I don't really know what it is. It might be a bomb shelter or something like that, which is weird because I'm in Canada and no one would want to bomb Canada. But anyways, yeah, they're building something, so if you hear like some hacksaw crazy sounds every once in a while, that's because they're building something and they don't have respect for me and my casting. But oh well, he built a bargain Volk squad, which is really annoying because bargain Volks are really good and very cheap. He's also capping over here with his Burgers Pioneers, which is pretty standard. He's going to do something interesting right here, and he's going to cap this munitions point. It's usually a matter of preference whether you want to cap this munitions point early or skip over here. Usually when you start south, you don't really need this munitions point early on because you have the plus 16, which the northernmost player doesn't. He only has this plus 10 that you can even harass and cap yourself. I'm actually rushing VPs, which is something I always do on longer because it always seems to go to late game on this map against decently skilled opponents because it's pretty hard to break an armor defensive mid game. We are both going to get to this point at the same time, and I don't remember what I do. I think I hop in bushes. Yes, I hop in bushes and he doesn't notice, so while he's moving he's not doing much damage and I'm shooting at him and dealing damage, and every little bit of damage helps, especially early in the game. I'm kind of confused now because this Volk squad's just kind of chilling there and I don't know where he is, so I'm going to go chase this Pio squad off on the right hand side. I also have my second rifle squad coming in to support, and he now has an MG and his bargain Volks. He not capping that point, which is weird, but he does have to retreat this pioneer, which is nice because it's going to give this engineer unrestricted capping on that side. He also backed off his Burgers Pios, which was probably not too bad of an idea. They're going to regen health slowly because they're a hero, so he might be able to come back in and take this point for me, getting my Wilson's rifleman after my two rifle squads. Standard opening on my part. I'm not sure what he's building right now. Probably a Volk squad because actually, no, I can't show you right now, but I will show you his MG army items. He has the 15% weapon damage, 10% reduced armor, and 30% increased sight, so his MGs could pretty much kill my entire army anyways. These engineers are just hanging out up here, and I'm microwing in the middle trying to set up some sort of flank, and with flamers right there, and I don't really realize that these guys are getting shot at, and they're going to keep getting shot at. He's going to hop in cover, and I think now, okay, I have a decent chance. My engineers in the middle get suppressed, so I'm going to back out. Unfortunately, they just get the flamers, and if I go back up here, they die on retreat, which sucked. But I did manage to back up these engineers. They are pretty low health, but I'm going to move around. I don't really have anything to deal with that MG right now, but I did get my Wilson's rifleman. And does he have a regular Volk squad out yet? Regular Volk squad? No, I don't think he does. He built another hero. Close combat Volk. So now he has bargain Volks, close combat Volks, and a crazy god mode MG that has every single army item imaginable. So right now I'm like, oh no. But do not fear, this is actually a game that hopefully will show you that it is still viable to flank in Company of Heroes online. You don't need to use Infantry Company and build a whole big blob of riflemen and then camo them everywhere and then pop up behind your MG because you're too lazy to do anything about it properly. So I do get my fourth rifle squad on the field. Looking at my income, I lost my one engineer, so I'm going to be building it again, and at this point in the game, I kind of want two flamers because he's pretty locked down in the middle, but I know where he is. He did, however, plant a mine right there, which is a good spot. And the Terror player's mine placement was fairly good throughout this entire game. What I'm doing down here is I'm trying to set up my flank. If I look at the tactical map, I'm sending these flamers down over in the corner here to this rifle squad. I'm going to send these flamers with this rifle squad. I'm going to send this rifle squad down this area and this rifle squad down to this area right here. He does have close combats here, but I'm going to hop this rifle squad in the building and they're going to be safe from that. I'm going to move my bars, my Wilsons up as well, and I'm just kind of biding my time right now, which if you are going to try to flank, it was important in retail to bide your time. It's even more important in Company of Heroes Online, because if you charge in prematurely, riflemen get torn up by MGs so easily that if you don't time everything perfectly, you're going to be in total crap, because you're going to be completely screwed, because you're going to have to retreat the squad that you are drawing suppression with, and that means having to run away and letting him reposition, which is never something you want to do. I am now floating a lot of resources. The reason for this is I'm really focusing all my attention on microing this flank. You see, I'm getting this squad down here, just trying to get as much intel as possible. I do hit a mine, however, it doesn't kill anyone, which is nice. And I do notice he doesn't have anything down here, so I'm assuming he did move it all up here. I did see this one MG move somewhere over here, and now I get, if I turn the fog of war on, I get sight of this MG, and now I know this is when I have to engage. So I'm going to move my Wilson's in. You see he is out of position with his close combats. They do come up from behind. I split these two squads right here. You never want to send them both in together because this MG can only shoot out one at a time. I pop a rifle squad in this building. I'm also moving my Wilson's in here. This one MG is going to have to retreat. He does pop propaganda. However, I am coming in from the other side with my flamers and another rifle squad too. This flamer's getting cut down, but he's probably going to retreat in time, hopefully, and he's going to have to retreat again. Meanwhile, over here I get in the other side of cover because green cover is directional. I do throw a grenade that doesn't do anything, but his support has been forced to completely retreat, so I'm going to be able to mop up these close combats with the remainder of my squad. And if you look at my infantry, I lost not really that much, which is impressive considering I did manage to kill a good deal of men on his MGs. Did I even kill an MG? I might have even killed an MG. But MG men are incredibly expensive to reinforce, and now I am finally getting some tech up. And yeah, I don't think I'm building anything else because I didn't actually lose anything right there, so I'm going to save my resources. And at this point in the game, he's Terror, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that before. And does he have a regular Volk squad out? Because I want to show you his army items because they're kind of funny and ridiculous. No, he doesn't. Maybe he never bought any. I can't remember. But at this point in the game, I know the game has been going on for almost 8 minutes. If I get a M8, actually, I did something kind of stupid. If you look at my Fog of War view, this is the limit of my view. I could actually see tier 2 going up. I was actually upset because I didn't know whether or not he had gone tier 2. Of course, I was too stupid to actually look in his base and notice that, hey, I do have sight. So I went motor pool dumbly, because if your opponent goes tier 2, the last thing you want is a motor pool, because motor pool completely counters tier 2. So I knew that my M8 would not be shock. It wouldn't really surprise my opponent, and I wasn't going to win the game with the M8. So I will be getting an M8. However, I'll be using it solely to harass and to just kind of keep my opponent off these leftmost points. He has, however, planted a lot of good mines, so I am going to want to get a minesweeper. I, however, have been spamming mines as well. You see, this is his mine, but I have mines there and there and there, and that's it. But I will be building more mines as the game progresses. I always want to build mines. Mines win games. Mine also here, because that's a good place for a mine, because it's on red cover, and if you build mines on red cover, this rifle squad's actually going to get completely destroyed, because if you look at this second mine, oh no! And boom, 5 men dead. Oh well. That happens. That was kind of funny. I wasn't really mad. I was just laughing. But yeah, you want to build mines on red cover if you can, because red cover means vehicles will most likely drive on them, and if vehicles drive on them and vehicles hit mines, it's really annoying to repair them, and you can kill them easier. Of course, Langra is weird, and ooh, what's going on? He's shooting with an MG. Langra is weird, and these roads right here are yellow cover sometimes and no cover other times. I don't know why, they just are. And he built these sandbags in a slightly weird position because they don't really provide much cover, because sandbags are directional. And I see him planting these mines, so I'm going to flame them out. However, I only see him plant one of the mines, and I'm probably going to walk over the other one, which is kind of too bad. this rifle squad's going to have to back out. These close combats don't do much damage to buildings, so my engineers should be pretty safe. And right here I hit the other mine. So that was fun. Not really. And my M8 is on the field. He does have a pack, however it's kind of in a bad position. Blitz pack, I think, yes. So I'm just going to harass his guys. I know I do have increased health, so I know I'll be able to get out of there fine if he shoots, as long as I don't hit a mine or anything like that. I actually, right here, he's, oh, landmines. I find landmines. So yep, I did buy a minesweeper, and now I know I'm not going to run over that mine. And he also planted a mine right there, which is a strange place to put a mine. It's good until one of these mines get hit, because now I'm just going to walk straight through here. And now I am moving my M8 around the side, because I assume if you keep your M8 mobile, actually see him right here. He's planting a mine, and I don't pay attention for a little bit. He actually does finish it, which is kind of dumb of him, because I know where it is, and if I was not stupid, I wouldn't run over it. But I wasn't paying attention, and I did run over it and lost 4 men, so that wasn't fun. And I was slightly upset about that, but oh well. Low health squad in this building. I am not doing anything. I think I'm still confused as to what he's teching to. I haven't noticed he's in tier 2, which is too bad. So I'm kind of waiting. I think I'm going to get a weapons or a triage center up right now, but I'm kind of waiting to see if it's safe for me to get a weapon support center and bars, or if I should get a AT gun and stickies. But of course I have no idea. So this M8, I heard the pack setup, which is something you can do because the pack sound is fairly loud if you're close to it. So I'm going to back up my M8. I get a nice grenade off that almost kills the squad, but my squad almost dies. And this is a trick I'd like to show you guys. You see, I don't see this pack. Alright, there's a pack in the fog of war right here. I can't see it. But if I put my mouse over it right here, you'll see it shows green cover. This is an open field. There shouldn't be green cover there. So this is an instant tip-off that there's a pack right there. Also, was there another pack? No, I moved it. So yeah, if you think your opponent has a pack, just move your mouse cursor around places with like fields where a pack would probably be, and if it shows green cover where it shouldn't, there's going to be a pack right there, and you're going to want to avoid it. So I'm going to move to the other side of the building. I actually get shot by the pack because I don't actually realize it's there. So I'm going to move to the other side of the building because the building will obstruct the pack's view and will let me shoot at the MG, and he realizes this, so he will pop out soon, I think. Yep, there he goes. Popping out. I am reinforcing in my base. I now don't have many resources because I built a triage center, and I'm reinforcing everything because I lost a lot. But at this point in the game, we're just going to switch over to the Wehrmacht player's perspective and see he does have 3 grands on the field. Of course, I just now saw the 1 grand, and I'm going to know it's pretty safe to get tier 2 or weapon support center, whatever you want to call it. He also has his 2 Hero Volks, and he actually doesn't build any regular Volks, which is too bad because he had like every single Volks, like the best of every single Volks item you could possibly get, which scared the crap out of me early game because that's the hardest thing to deal with in this game, especially as Americans. Playing Americans a little tedious in this game because it's very hard because Wehrmacht has everything. But let's not get into fanboy arguments about balance right now. Anyways, going back to my perspective, he does have an MG in the middle. I'm probably going to retreat out of this. Maybe not. You see, I am flanking in the side, which is good. I notice he doesn't have much in the way of support. I am going to hit this mine, however, which is very unfortunate. On the right-hand side, I am focusing down his capping Volks. They're going to go down really quick because they are capping. And this squad is going to have to retreat if it doesn't want to die. Of course, it is pinned, and pinned units do receive less damage at first. And I am moving my M8 into support as well. This engineer is going to have to retreat, and I do manage to get... No? Why did I retreat there? That was weird. Huh, that was strange. I retreated without... Oh, that was why. Because... I missed this, but I lost a rifle squad up here because I was broadcasting at the time of this, and I skipped over here to try to retreat this squad, and I didn't actually select it, so I ended up retreating this squad, which is the squad I had selected before, which made me sad, so I'm going to probably rebuild that rifle squad. Actually, I'm going to wait for a sniper, which is why I got a weapon support center, because I know he went heavy tier 2. Of course, he's terror, so I'm going to have to worry about the terror officer, which is extremely powerful if people use him correctly. Nystrom really the only guy I've seen who uses him properly. This Wehrmacht player uses him fairly well as well. I am shooting the medics, but I don't manage to kill him because I was too far away.